crafters. Welcome into Guys Craft 2. My name is John, and it is Sunday, December 29th, and I swear it feels like forever since we have been together on a Sunday. And it, it's just hard for me to believe that just what, 4 days ago, it was Christmas. It just seems like, I don't know where the month has went, the year has went. It's just been absolutely crazy to me. But here we are. It is what it is, and it's not going to change. And life continues to move on whether I'm ready or not. Hey, Joy, thanks for being here tonight. Hey, Jackie, thanks for tuning in. Jeannie's here. Stitcher's here. Good afternoon. Welcome in. We are fortunate. I can tell you guys, I have all the doors and stuff open today. It is absolutely gorgeous here in Phoenix, 73 degrees. So very, very happy with the weather and what's going on. And again, makes it even hard to think that it's Christmas time. Hey, Sally, welcome in. So I have been running around like crazy. It's hard to believe I had to go back to work on Thursday. So opened all my presents and played Christmas and had a bunch of friends over after for Christmas dessert and all that on Wednesday. And that was amazing. They went home like at 8 o'clock. They stayed longer than I thought they might, which is fine. I don't really care at the end of the day. But then I had to work the next morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we did that. And then I have to go back to work. Mm. But been busy, been working with stuff. Still working on the layer cake shuffle from the holiday quilting bee. So that is what I plan to work on this afternoon while we are live. I so appreciate Russ for being on the holiday quilting bee with me. He actually stayed on all 3 hours, which was amazing. I hope some of you were able to be there. Hope you enjoyed that. The plan is to continue. I will not be doing one for New Year's Eve. I'll be at the Stitch in Heaven retreat, and I fly out tomorrow. Am I packed? No. Do I have all my laundry done? Yes, just finished. Actually, literally just took it out of the dryer. So I've got that to do after the live tonight. I've got to get that all packed and ready to go. We'll see how that goes. So I leave here about 12:30 tomorrow and head to the airport. So I am excited to get going. Guess who? Nancy is here. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Jackie's here. Thanks for joining this afternoon. So I am just rambling on about a bunch of stuff. One of the things I do need to finish after the live today is I do need to do get the prizes mailed out from the holiday quilting bee. And this week you should see a new posting on Martin Luther King holiday. So I follow my holiday schedule. So guys, there's going to be holidays that you say, well, that's a holiday. Why didn't you do a holiday quilting bee? I won't be able to do every holiday because I don't get necessarily every holiday. But the ones that I do, the plan is to do a holiday quilting bee. First one for 2025 will be Martin Luther MLK Day. I will get a posting up about that. My plan is to come as you please. We will, I'll definitely have some giveaways in that as part of the holiday quilting bee. But I am not picking a pattern or picking one particular thing to work on because, to be honest, I don't know what that's going to be for me at this point. And I think it's more important that we just get to spend a couple hours together on a holiday more than worrying about the project itself. So come as you are, bring whatever you want, will be what is in the announcement that comes out later this week. Balloonist is here from Tucson. Welcome in. Thanks for being here tonight. Alexandria's here. Thanks for being here. There's my Kelly Quilts and Cruises. She's here from Canada. Welcome in. So just lots going on. I have So, I claim to be a new and learning quilter, but crafting is very important to me. And although the channel itself was designed and meant to show other crafts, it's been really focused on sewing, quilting. That's not going to change. I will tell you, I will be posting other things occasionally, and I usually try to put that up front. So if it's something non-sewing, non-quilting, and you just want to skip over it, you know that, and you're able to do that. Um, I say that because one of the things that I did get out and start playing with is my sublimation printer. So the plan is when I take the grandkids to the beach this summer and that, I do want to make like some family reunion shirts and things like that for us to have. And obviously, that sublimation printer is a great way to go. And that's probably something I'll want to post about, but it's not going to be quilting sewing related. So if you all want to skip that video, you're certainly welcome to. Additionally, again, because I do like crafting, I do like having I just like making sure that my life has way too much going on in it. And give me one second, guys. Just realized the battery on my laptop is dying because it's not plugged in and charging. So now it is. Um, for Christmas, I gifted myself a laser printer engraver. Um, so I will be able to start doing some laser crafts and be able to cut, engrave, and do all that with the new laser that I bought. I bought a 40-watt laser diode, and so I'm really anxious to play with that as well. For me, it just supports that variety that I need. I love to sit down. I love to quilt. I spent literally all day yesterday and part of Friday. Somehow I decided that the smartest thing for me to take to the quilting retreat at Stitch in Heaven would be my block of the month, my Kona block of the months, which I have not done. But I didn't want to get down there and just spend time cutting. I'd rather spend time sewing. And so, as such, I spent all day yesterday and Friday cutting all the blocks of the month. So they're all in my little baggies, all cute and ready to go. And so the plan is to work on those. To answer the question, they do provide sewing machines at the quilting retreat at Stitch in Heaven. They use Bernina machines. I think they use a Bernina 480, and it's $50 for the week. For $50, it's not worth me trying to drag a machine on a plane through an airport. All that kind of nonsense. So I am renting a machine when I get down there. So, and I think $50 is more than reasonable, um, especially for a Bernina machine. I'm a Juki person, but at the end of the day, I can suffer and use a Bernina. I do like Bernina. I'm not going to ever down any of the different brands. I have multiple brands, and I like different brands for different reasons. So that is the plan. So I am going to work on my blocks of the month. I also did buy the New Year's Eve quilt that they are working on. I joined. It's Rob and another lady, and I'm not sure who the lady is now. Of course, my mind just went blank. She's doing more of the greens and peach, and that I think is the colors of the mystery quilt she's doing. Rob is doing patriotic colors. Other than the one quilt of valor that we did, I have not done anything really patriotic. So I ended up joining Team Rob. Yes, I bought the shirt that says Team Rob, and I will pick up my kit Tuesday at the retreat center. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they pre-cut the fabrics in there. I'm hoping that's the case. So I'm not sure if I'll end up working on that quilt for a couple of days, if I'll end up working on some blocks of the month. Just don't know. I am not going to sweat it. I will figure it out when I get there. Russ joined Quilt Meets World. Hi, John, and chat from the retreat. I don't have volume on here. So Russ is at Stephanie's retreat over in Georgia, and I bet they are having an amazing time. I had planned to hop on and hopefully catch some of Russ's lives because I know they plan to do some lives from the retreat. I have no idea if they did or didn't because yesterday I did watch Russ and I did see the posting that he put up Saturday in lieu of being live on Saturday. If you haven't seen it, it was a hoot. His sister sent him some adorable gifts that included glitter and a talking Christmas bag. Um, she's got such a great sense of humor, and it just couldn't be any better. So it was fun. If you haven't seen those, it's worth jumping over and looking at his posting from yesterday. Um, I am, and I will be honest, I'm just behind today. We went to a friend's house because they had asked us to come over, help get her television programmed, set up her Fire Stick and some things that she was struggling with. So we ran over and took care of that this morning. Grabbed her KitchenAid mixer she's having issues with and brought that back to the house to work on, which then meant I wanted to go to Lowe's because there's updates and things I want to do for the house, and ended up buying a big rolling tool chest because I wanted that for the laser stuff and all the laser materials and all of that. So ended up getting a pretty good buy on one at Lowe's. So I grabbed that, which then, since I was there, was like, well, I might as well look at lighting because the lighting in this room, although I think I come through okay on the lives, the lighting in this, what I call the YouTube studio, is not up to par for me. I really like bright. So we bought all new cam lighting to go in here. So that's something that's going to happen over the next few weeks, maybe month. Don't know how long it's going to take because I'm not doing it. I have a special friend that's taking care of those things for me, and we'll see when he gets to it in that because it involves not only wiring, but it involves going through the attic and getting up there and then cutting holes, and it's a lot of work. So I'm very fortunate to have someone like that that's willing to take care of it and handle that kind of stuff for me. My utility room where I do my cutting in that also doesn't have the lighting that's satisfactory to John. So I did buy LED lights that are kind of more like the old fashioned fluorescent, but they're just pure LED lights. They're not even the round bulbs. Just bought those for that room as well. So that's another project that gets on the list. And so just lots and lots and lots of things going on, which all prevented me from sewing or doing fabric shopping. And those are two of the most important things. And we all know that. Jackie says Husky tool chest. Actually, Husky is what I normally buy. And I normally buy them from Home Depot. And I'm very happy at Home Depot. Our Home Depot was out of the Huskies and everything's on back order. And I could not get it shipped, delivered, or obviously purchased in store. So I don't know what's going on with them. So I ended up getting a Cobalt tool chest for out in the garage. So that's so I kind of switch brands, but it's unusual. I do like Jackie. I do like the Husky, and I've got several of those sitting around. In fact, the adjustable table that I use for my Cricut, my sublimation printer, and all that behind the ironing board is a Husky as well. Let me put my glasses on. Kelly says, son has just informed us he's coming for dinner. I have to have a few more things around so he can use the dining room table. Bye, everyone. Be good, Kelly. Hopefully we get to say bye to you before you had to jump off. Daphne's here. Welcome in, Daphne. Thanks for being here. She says, I'm a bit late joining, but I have two machines going, my embroidery machine and my regular machine too. It's noisy. Amen, girlfriend. And man, what a perfect segue. We have finally got the 10 needle going. And fortunately, one of the designs just finished. The 10 needle is a lot louder than what I'm used to. I will have to say I've got the Husqvarna MN1000. I like the machine. I think it's a great machine. But at the end of the day, I will tell you, compared to my brother PR600, there's no comparison. And that machine's 15 years old. This machine's, I think, a lot more complicated. I don't think they improved anything software-wise. I don't think it has some of the features that I would have thought this machine, being a 10 needle, would have over that machine. That one was only a 6 needle, and it was the first generation. At the end of the day, this is what I own. This is what I run now. I don't know if you all have seen it. There it sits over in the corner, all nice and pretty. But I have managed to get two designs off of it today. This is a tiling sequence that I bought from EMB Library. It is Christmas, and so it will be Christmas 2025, obviously. But this is the first design. And I absolutely love the way this is stitching out and coming. So that is design one, or window one. So it's 6 panes. And this is the second one. And this is the one that just literally came off, thankfully, because I was like, oh my gosh, if it doesn't finish, I have to pause it. And what a hassle. But it did finish just in time. And this is window pane 2. So obviously it's a big train design. I love the candy canes. I love the way this sharp, bright white thread is jumping out all over this. Um, I think this is going to really turn out so cute. So I'll be excited to get these trimmed down, get them put in place in that. But it is so cool to be able to walk around the house and hear that machine running. I can tell you, in the old days, I kept an embroidery machine running. I think 24/7. My children, I think, still have nightmares over hearing that embroidery machine just run and run and run. But that's okay. I scarred them in many ways, I'm sure. It is it is all in good fun. So um, that is part of what I got done today, right? So I did get one of those stitched last night, got the other one stitched just this afternoon, and now just have 4 more, and then it falls back on me. So, because I have someone that's actually running the machine for me, needs to teach me more how to use it. Get the other 4 panels. Once we get those stitched out, then I've got to work on doing getting them cut and then following the directions to get them sewn together and that. But I'm really kind of excited about that. Jackie says she plans on getting a husky next summer for her embroidery machine. I don't honestly, I don't think you can beat them. The cobalt that I got a good price in that, but honestly, I think the husky is a much better value buy. Um, I ended up finding one. The one I got today was from Lowe's, and it was on clearance, and it was the last one. So that's ended up why I got it. But and I'm also not patient enough just to wait. So patience is not a virtue that is was given to me. Oh, Daphne says she uses the Husqvarna Ruby. Yep, I love. I've got the Epic 2. Does a beautiful job. I will say I do think the Husqvarna machines do stitch out a beautiful stitch. But again, we'll see. Sally says just had a quilty friend called who's chatty. How does she call during the lives? Yeah, right. How does she not know? You need to inform her, Sally, about YouTube and what we have going on. That we have a lot going on and a lot to get done. Hmm. So, with that said, I am excited to get started um, to see what I am able to accomplish at the retreat. I'll be anxious to get on and explore YouTube a little bit to see what Mr. Russ and Steven and Stephanie and all of them have gotten accomplished. Um, Anxious to get to meet some of them in person. And so I think that's going to be very exciting too. So anxious to get all of that put together. I have never done a retreat, so I will say it's going to be interesting. I'm sure. I am sure I'm going to meet some great people, and I am positive I will have a good time. I will say the only thing I am concerned about would be the weather, because John does not do cold. John doesn't look forward to the cold. But at the end of the day, I made the reservations and made the decision to go to Texas in the middle of winter. So we will see how it goes. I do think they have a beautiful retreat center, so I am anxious to see the retreat center and see what's there and what they have going on, because I do think that's going to be really cool. Stephanie did a beautiful job um, when she was there a while back and telling us on what it was, showing us all the different pictures and that. So, according to the weather, tomorrow it's going to be 69 in Quitman, which is not too bad. And the rest of the week, it looks like it's going to be in the mid 50s. So, not too bad. Colder than obviously what I would like or want. But for this time of year, if I can stay in the mid 50s, I think that's pretty good. Obviously, Phoenix is going to be in the 70s all week. So, I'll miss that. But I also won't miss being at work and dealing with all the work stuff that comes along. So, it all works out in the end, right? So, I have coming up, I have that to deal with. Just so much going on. Jackie says, I have the Janome MC500. Yeah, I have the Janome Memory Craft machine, and I like it as well. I've just bounced around this too much, but what I had to have a multi-needle. I was getting too frustrated changing threads, and part of that is the fact that I had, um, an embroidery business for a while with multi-needle machines and that. So I really missed having those extra needles, and for me, it just really made a huge difference. All right, I'm trying to sort some fabrics here to get this put together, figure out. And these layer cakes had lots of butterflies in them, which is kind of interesting and be kind of cool. But at the end of the day, it's like, wow, guys, this is a lot of butterflies. So we will see. Oh, I can't do that, but I could do this. How crazy this ends up working out. I will say I am overall happy with how these are turning out. I think this is going to make a pretty cute quilt when it is done. And that's why I said for Labor Day, I think it's important that we kind of just pick what we want to do this time. And because one of the things I do want to do, and I had talked about the other day, was I think I would like to try to commit doing a tote bag, some type of tote, once at least one a month. I have a lot that I want to get done. Obviously, I have a shelf full behind me that I would like to see get completed. And I thought, how fun would it be just to do a tote bag a month? All right. Am I really coming up short again? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. We can make this work. I think we're going to do it this way. All right. So I want to get these rows put together, then I will get those pressed out. I do think I'm going to have to trim these down a little bit. The 2 layer cakes, because I think they were 2 different manufacturers in that, they did not line up just perfect, which just drives me nuts, right? I mean, it's like you pay for these pre-cuts and that, and then you realize, oh, they don't know how to measure a pre-cut because that obviously is not lining up the way it should. So it is something that we all have to deal with. Jackie says, if I had the space for a multi-needle, I would have bought one. Mine needs to be put away when not using it. Nope, totally get that, girlfriend. Just crazy. That's why now for the laser cutter, engraver, and all that I just decided I couldn't live without, that's actually going to be housed in the garage. Part of it is, too, they do produce a lot of heat and smoke in that, so I want to make sure that it's well ventilated. and I don't want to get that inside the house because I don't want to deal with that around my fabrics and that. I spend too much money on fabric not to have not to have it, not to protect them. Oh, look, I sewed that completely through, and this needle was not even remotely threaded. So it's okay. We will do it again. But I can tell you that was a perfect 1/4 inch on that one. Yeah, always is when you don't have the threads in. I did watch. So I did start season 2 of the Squid Games. If you've not seen the Squid Games, something completely different. First couple of episodes of season 1 was pretty violent, but I don't know. I really kind of got into the Squid Game, so season 2 just came out. So trying to get refreshed so I can watch that. I did watch a new movie about women and sorting the mail and that back in World War II, and that movie is on Netflix. It's based on a true story. It was actually a very interesting story about how badly we were not communicating with our soldiers and providing mail and feedback and that. So that was a really good movie. I did watch that the other night. So, but I tell you what, there's just not enough hours in the day. I have so much stuff I want to get done, so many things I want to go see. Um, it's going to be interesting. It will be interesting to see how I can settle in at the retreat because I am used to just running and gunning. Although they did say that the retreat center is open all night, so if you want to sew all night, you can come and do that. Um, we'll see how John handles it. It's something. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to thread this needle. Just something I'm used to having complete control all the time. So, be interesting for that to be lessened at least. But we don't always have to be in control. I'm just used to being in control. It is what it is. Somebody has to be, and it might as well be me, is the way I always look at it. Yeah. Yeah. See, this one's definitely got to be trimmed down. It's not even close to fitting on here the way it should. It's so sad. All right. Christy says, "Hi, John. I find that embroidery is expensive." I don't disagree, and um, but I will tell you what some of them charge and for what they go through. It's just a matter of it's like everything else, just working it in, being smart, looking for the sales, all that type of stuff. But it's kind of like quilting. There's nothing cheap for us in the quilting world, right? I mean, fabric's gotten so expensive. That's why I try to buy all my fabrics on sale and that. I do try to buy more local to support my local businesses, but end of the day, it's still not a cheap date. Hey Julie, happy New Year to you as well. Hope things are going great for you all. And by the way, New Year's Eve, don't forget Katie, the Greenland quilter, is going to have a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. She's doing like 12 hours. She had asked me to be on. I think she was looking for other folks to join on and off with her. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be around, but hopefully she was able to line some folks up in that because I can tell you 3 hours gets to be a long time. I can't imagine what her day is going to be like because that's just going to be such a good time, but yet a crazy time. There's just so much to it. But Um, if you all are still looking to do something New Year's Eve in that, don't forget about Katie, the Greenland quilter. finally got my Traeger fixed. So tonight for dinner, we're having steaks on the Traeger. So I'm very excited to get that going. So that will be fun to be able to have real grilled steaks again. Finally got my Blackstone griddle working. And so yesterday did hamburgers on the Blackstone. I'm not a fan really of the greasy, hamburger on the griddle. These I did overcook a little bit because I'm still trying to figure out temperature things on the griddle. Um, and so that was fine, right? I'm still got a ways to go and a ways to learn. But had hamburgers yesterday on the griddle, but last night I made fajitas and they were so amazing. So having that Blackstone to do that is just fun. So I am happy that I got that working again. And then, like I said, just got the Traeger working. Alexandra says I did that yesterday when I was finishing up piecing my Jelly Roll race quilt top. I sewed halfway down and had no thread, right? It just drives me nuts. It's like, how does the machine not tell me it doesn't have thread? Luna says, Miss Julie found some great fabric for the backing for the kit you sent me. Oh, awesome. Backing fabric makes all the difference. Jackie says, what is the name of the Christmas design? Looks like something that my grands would love. It is, I believe, from Embroidery Library. Oh. Trying to look. I'm almost sure it's the MB Library. Um, and it is called Christmas Express Train Scene. And I just fell in love with that. My dad worked for the railroad for years, so we tend to associate, I guess, the railroad with him. So as such, and I love the big engine coming through. It's nice that they got the rail cars and that here, and I like the North Pole sign, but I love just the way they did that big engine coming through that looking window. So Christmas Express train theme. And actually, I bought it for 50% off when I bought it. So think I think it cost me $12. I think it's a $25 pattern. But again, don't hold me to that because I don't remember. Um, but very excited to get this going and um, have it going in place. Sally says, I have a Husqvarna Viking Diamond. I bought used 25 hours on it. The lady bought lots of extra hoops. I've tried it, got it serviced, haven't used it since. It's intimidating. Sally, I absolutely understand how you feel. I was fortunate enough that my local quilt shop, I told her I just wanted an old machine that I could stick in the corner and just embroider on. And she sold me an older Viking diamond designer. Um, and it takes a little bit getting used to the programming in that. But once you get that down, it's amazing how beautiful it'll stitch out in that. You just have to have the patience of sitting there and changing thread colors. But I think it's so worth it when you look at a design like that. The problem is with those designs, each design has 11 to 13 colors that it's using. Hey, Laura. Hope all is well. Having a great Sunday. Oh, and Sally says So Yeah is also having a live on New Year's Eve at 12 hours. See, so you've got So Yeah is doing something. You've got Stitch in Heaven doing something. You've got Katie the Greenland Quilter doing something. So, guys, there's no reason for any of us to be bored and not be stitching or doing something quilting related on New Year's Eve if you want to. There's plenty of outlets for that. And again, that's another reason I'm not doing one because I don't want to step on other content creators. Hmm. I do hope to get to So Yeah sometimes. I think it would be fun to go see their shop up in Vegas. I bet it is absolutely cool. And they seem like such a nice bunch of guys and girls. So I think it would be fun to go up there. I'm anxious to kind of see what Stitch in Heaven turns out to be like. Um, be very interesting. Carl, who won something the other day on the Holiday Quilting Bee, is going to be there as well. So I know a couple of people that are showing up for that. So it won't be all strangers to me, but it will be mostly new people, and that's always fun, right? Because we want to expand our friends and family, and so many people to still meet and learn. Don't forget QuiltCon's coming up. I still need to make some plans. I am staying downtown at the Hyatt because I'm too lazy to drive back and forth. I'm going to be there Thursday night, Friday night. I don't think I'm staying Saturday. I don't remember now. I have not bought anything, believe it or not, guys. Of course, I did buy a laser engraver cutter, so yes, that counts. But I have not bought any new fabrics in that. Uh, Number one, I'll be honest, I just haven't seen that many sales that just made me go, wow, I want to grab that. So I have kind of purposely held back. I want to spend some money at QuiltCon, so I know I probably need to save my pennies for that. So that's part of what I'm doing. I will say I did order Jenny's Countdown to Christmas box for 2025. I did like her box overall. Will I continue to do it year after year after year? I don't know. She's at this point, that's the only box I am getting next year. I was disappointed in Keepsake Quilting, so I will not be participating in their box moving forward. I'd already dropped another box from the list from 2023 and had cut down to the 3 boxes this year. What I know for sure is I'm doing Jenny's because I want to get my gray coffee mug that matches the other 3 and the melamine plates that she gave us a couple of years ago. Will I buy it again in 26? I don't know. I'm not making those decisions that far in advance. I want to see what the box looks like, but I definitely hope that it has my gray coffee mug, and that will complete that set. And then I'll just need to decide if I want to continue moving forward with it or not. Um, I don't know. I know others. Lwayne, I am woefully behind watching his channel. I know he worked with a friend and bought his own gifts for this year, and his friend was real good about wrapping and getting those ready for him. So I think a lot of those were surprises, and I think he felt like that was going to be more of a value. I will say I think the Missouri Star quilt box is a good value. I saw today where someone priced it out and said the box was worth $422. I don't know if that's true or not because not everything is on their website. And even if it was on their website, obviously that would be retail costing, not wholesale pricing. Um, I think it's a good value. I like the box. I'm going to continue to do the box. And I think that's what matters is it something you enjoy? Is it something you want? Is it something you can afford? Then by all means do it. And if it's not one of those things, then don't. Um, like I said, that's the box I'm going after in 25. I've already bought mine, paid for it, so it's all done and ready to go. And I'm not going to sweat it the rest of the year. I did not break it up into 2 payments. I will say I think Missouri Star is very, very smart because they are now letting you order. So stop and think. I just purchased that box. I don't know when they're buying stuff to go in that box, but um, they basically get to sit on my money for the next 12 months. Just pretty good. So it's a smart business plan. Works for me. It's not enough money for me to sweat it and worry about, and I'm not. I definitely want to be a participant in the box, so that makes it easy and clean for me. All right. I mean, look at these colors. I am so excited the way this is turning out. I mean, that teal, that pink, the purple. I mean, just some exciting colors there. Let's see. Barb said, did you see that the cutting mat for Gift 25 is felt, not wool? A few people have had problems using a hot iron on it. Hey, Brian, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yes, Barb. So interesting enough, I did just see someone else post about that. They're very unhappy with it. I'll be honest, until I didn't even pay any attention to what it was. I noticed, it was a cutting mat. It is what I'm taking with me to Stitch in Heaven. So I have my own little personal cutting area. But I'm not taking an iron because they don't allow us to have personal iron. They do, but they can't be. You can have a personal iron, but they can't be a Licio iron. So I'm not sure why. I guess because the Licio must get hotter than other personal irons. And of course, that's all I have. I have two of them. So that's fine. I had not planned to use it as an iron. I will admit I did not realize what that other side was. Somebody on one of the videos after I did the unboxing posted and said, you do realize that's a wool mat on that side. So it's to iron on in that. And then when I saw what happened today, I was like, yeah, that's not wool. I do think it's a disappointment because I would think with the Missouri Star Quilt, with Jenny and all the products, and as long as she's done this, I would have expected something a little bit better from them. But now knowing what it is, I won't be ironing on it. I'll be using the cutting board in that, at least for this retreat. And if I don't like it, it'll end up in a yard sale box somewhere. But I do have her carry-on from last year that you put your scissors and some of your tools in. So that's the plan for me to use to do that. So I will, the plan is to get some of those cut out for me to get those put together tonight. Oh, excuse me. So I can have my scissors and my seam rippers and all that in one nice place. And hopefully it all ends up there because I plan on throwing it all in the bottom of my suitcase and then checking my suitcase. I'm not a big carry-on person. I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to chase it down through the airport. And you know what? Americans been pretty good. They've only lost one bag of mine, and that was, God, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I've been pretty fortunate, knock wood, in flying with baggage and that. Mhm. Oh, so blessed Jess is here. Welcome in, Jess. Thanks for being here tonight. Tasha's here. Tasha Quilts. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Thanks for being here tonight as well. Jordy says, I'm also so glad I saw the video today. I thought it was an ironing mat too. Yeah, to me, it just made sense when someone goes, you do realize that's a wool mat, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, no. And I hadn't gone back to even look at it. So just scary. It's kind of crazy. Marsha's here. Howdy, happy holidays. Jackie says, do you have air tags for your bags? So here's the easy answer. The easy answer is yes, I have air tags for my bags. The more difficult, sad answer is yes, my niece gifted those to me about 3 Christmases ago. They're still sitting in a drawer somewhere. Oh, excuse me. Because I never thought about putting them in my suitcase. So I do need to go get those out. And so I will make myself a note and I will do that. I will say that American does a really nice job that once you check your bag, they do give you a tracker for your bag and it will tell you it's been loaded on the plane in Phoenix, it's been taken off the plane in Dallas, blah, blah, blah. But that still doesn't mean someone can't take, steal the bag and do some things with it in between those checkpoints. So I will get those out and make sure I have those as part of it too. Yeah, Barb goes, they did call it a pressing mat, so you'd think it would work with an iron. And I think that's where you get frustrated with somebody like a Missouri Star Quilt, right? I think they put together an amazing box. Did I like everything in the box? Absolutely not. Was I disappointed in the box? Overall, not at all. I liked the box. I think they did a nice job. I do think there was some variety in that box. There were some things that did not apply to me. But when you're trying to build 50,000 um, boxes from across, for 50,000 different quilters across the US, across the world, putting different things in, oh, just going to be crazy, right? So I think overall it was a good value. I liked a lot of things in the box. Some things I could live without, and a couple of things like I think there was an eyeglass case and a few things in there. I would never have bought that. I would not have bought the clutch. But now that I have it, I may play with it, may try it. So I think that was kind of cool. Ellie says, I'm retired from AA, and thanks for the good review. Overall, I'm satisfied with American. I will tell you, they're not my favorite airline. My favorite airline will and always will be US Air. I don't think American measures up to US Air as far as their flight attendants and that. And I think you can tell a difference sometimes. I can tell when I've got a more mature crew. Um, and I can tell when they were trained from Charlotte in different areas. But I do think overall American does a nice job. I'm happy with American. Um, I'm Platinum Pro with American because I spend too much money on their credit card and too much time flying. I'm flying with them to Dallas. I'm flying now. I did cheat, Sally, and I'm sorry. I am flying JetBlue to do my half marathon in February, and that's going to be very interesting. I'm flying JetBlue. I've never flown JetBlue. I'm flying what they call Mint service. And their Mint service is American's first class. The cool thing about JetBlue is they put two seat, one seat, two seat, one seat, two seats uh, in first their Mint class service. I got the single seat by myself, obviously, because I'm flying alone. Because I got that seat, they actually have a door that kind of closes off. So you can close yourself off from the aisle if you choose to. And the seat makes a full bed, just like some of the really nice overseas American flights. But I don't find any of the American flights that have planes set up that way domestically. I have jumped on a couple of flights where I've been impressed. You can tell it's a first class, business class coach setup, but it's only because that flight's connecting to get to somewhere that's going to do a international. So, and that's all well and good. Um, it all works out at the end of the day. We all get where we need to be, but overall, I don't complain with air travel. I think poor airlines put up with so much. Sometimes I think it's self-inflicted. Other times I think it's just the fact that people have just gotten so rude and cranky and difficult to deal with. It's like, guys, just quit being mad at the world. I don't know why you all want to be so mad about everything, but folks do. So it is what it is. So blessed by Jess says she's taking American Airlines next month. Yeah, for us, here in Phoenix, I have two hubs, right? I have Southwest and I have American. Southwest, I just got worn out with the cattle call that they do for boarding and not willing to do that anymore. So I kind of stopped flying Southwest just for that reason. As everybody points out now, Southwest is going to a boarding system, which is great. I think it's 10 years too late, but It is, it is what it is. But I'm not chasing seats and dealing with people that get on, reserve the seats and hold seats, and you're trying to sit down, and they're telling you, no, that's I'm holding that for someone. We paid extra for me to board early to hold. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm not dealing with all that goofy. It's crazy. So blessed, but yes, this she flew JetBlue in the past. It's comparable. I'm anxious. I'll be anxious to see because I have not. I've pretty much been an American or a Delta person for years. Sally says U.S. Air under the same corporate umbrella. Dear friend is a flight attendant for JetBlue. Oh, how cool is that? Sally says, glad I'm retired. I don't blame you. Laura says she only flies American. We've always had pretty good luck. Yeah, I have to say overall, I know I was nervous watching over the holidays because apparently Texas, right, because it's been so warm down there, have been having tornadoes and that. So I know it was messing with their flights and ended up canceling a bunch of flights. Guys, what can I say? I live in Phoenix. I love Phoenix. I love the weather. I love everything here. And yet, Christmas Day, we shut down Terminal 4 because I've got a shooting and a knifing and a fight at the airport. So, you just never know what's going to happen. And airlines get blamed for half of that because now it ends up meaning they've got to bump flights all around. They've got to change things. They got to do crazy stuff. And it's like, how would American or Southwest or any of them ever predicted, that that was going to happen and what they would have to deal with. So I don't. All right. Laura says my husband and they always had pretty good luck. Inez is here. Welcome in, Inez. Thanks for joining this afternoon. So excited to see everyone getting back online. So I am headed to Stitch in Heaven tomorrow to Quinton, Texas. But I will be back on Saturday. So I definitely will be back live on Sunday and hopefully have some fun things to tell you about the retreat. I know Stephanie's going to be there and some other folks. So I'm anxious to see them. Of course, she's got the cruise coming up with them in January. Just busy, busy. So much going on, so much for us to share about. Anxious to see what your all's thoughts are on that. It would be fun next week to talk about maybe next Sunday. What are some of the projects you all want to work on for 2025? What are some of the goals and thoughts that you've set aside? Um, because I'll be honest, I want to make some totes for my granddaughter. I'm kind of anxious to do some things for her because I did the Hot Wheels for my grandson. So anxious to do something for her. Um, but beyond that, I'm not sure really what I want to do in 2025. I do want to make a tote bag a month is my goal. I have all that Sally tomato stuff up there, just stack, stack, stack. I have all this stuff behind me, just stack, stack, stack. This one just came in. Oh my God, it is so cute. I got so sucked into Stitches of Love and so I don't know why I allowed myself to get taken, but I did. I love this Christmas Lane collection. This one just came in. It's going to go on this very mid century fabric, right, with the snowflakes and all that. So I think it is going to be adorable. And because it's pre cut in that and it's made to go in the hoop, which really works for me. This one is block 6. It's called Mrs. Claus Block 6 Embroidery Machine Applique Pattern. Look how adorable that's going to be. And so it's much more what I would consider kind of like folk folklore, early American, um, not even traditional, right? But I don't know why I just fell in love with this. I am very anxious to get it done. The nice thing is all the pieces for me, I did buy the pre-cuts. So all those pieces come pre-cut, which will make it much easier to get this all sewn out and put together. But at the end of the day, they do provide the cutting pages and that. So I could do this again if I chose to. And I may even be able to load this up in my Cricut and do some of the SVG. I'm not sure. I'm told that the laser engraver cutter and that will cut fabric as well. Um, Not why I bought it necessarily, but I have a feeling I will be doing a lot of experimentation with that because at the end of the day, that machine's got to justify itself and pay for itself too. So I want to get the sublimation printer working. I want to get the laser going and then see what we can do. Would definitely like to increase the Etsy store and do some of the sales and that. My sales were way down this year just because life got in the way. And that's okay. Yeah, life happens, and I don't worry. I'm not going to sweat the small stuff anymore. I've gotten too old for that, too mature. But I do enjoy playing and doing some of that. All right, let's see where we are at. Uh, oh, Marcia's here. Happy New Year's, lady and gents. Happy New Year's to you as well. Marcia says she's working on next year's stuff. Inez says I'm joining in a pillow of the month on the Jelly Roll Club with Yvonne. That sounds exciting. That sounds fun. Laura says super cute. Inez says that's beautiful. Brian says I love it. Adorable. Inez says you're never too old. Amen. I tell you what, I don't plan to ever be too old. It's interesting. I've got friends, here in this retirement community that are well up in their 80s and that. I wish at this age I had some of their energy in that. It just amazes me at how they go about life and how they go about things. Um, I'm just enjoying life anymore. I am excited because I found out in January my son and his new girl are coming out to visit me. So that should be exciting. I have not seen him for a few probably 18, 24 months. I don't get to see him very often. He's in Tennessee. And, I fly to see my daughter in that because we end up doing the beach and she's got the grandkids. So, obviously she's always going to take precedence because my grandkids take precedence. And, but I do enjoy, I will enjoy getting to have some time with him, getting to see him again and see what's going on in his life because Lord, his life is just as busy as ours. And guys, it's just I think we are such a busy society. I laugh because I remember being in my early 20s. I remember my college professors lying to me, and I remember even my first jobs telling me that life was going to be so much easier, so much better that, we were getting all this new technology. And as this technology came along, all the technology has done is worked us harder. It's funny, I'm never disconnected anymore. I'm available 24/7. I carry a phone in my pocket. And, it's just, at least in the old days, if you left the house, no one could get you until you got back home to check the answering machine, things like that. Do I want to go back to that? Sometimes I think there are benefits, but I don't want to give up my GPS and some other things that I have, my online shopping and all those things. So, it's you take the good, you take the bad. And there we have the facts of life, right? How cool is that? I've managed to work that in. So, guys, I will say Happy New Year. I will try to log in and give a shout out, at least from Quinton, Texas on Tuesday. We are having Death by Chocolate on Wednesday. I think it's interesting they're doing it on January 1st and not December 31st, but it is what it is. It's death by chocolate, right? So it's a good thing. So I look forward to having fun down there. I hope you all have some exciting plans. If not, look at So Yeah, look at Katie, look at Stitch in Heaven. There's a lot of things going on for New Year's Eve. So find something to get involved with and to kick off 2025. Wow, it's hard to believe it's 25 years into the new millennium. Well, with that said, guys, as always, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the channel. And as always, until next time, happy crafting.